In America's South, 13-year-old Ashlyn Blocker is practicing for a band recital. She is just like any other teenager, except for one extraordinary thing. Ashlyn, when did you realise that you didn't feel pain?
Well, I didn't quite know that I couldn't feel pain until my mom and dad told me. Well, I knew that I was different in a way, but I didn't know I was that different.
Since the day she was born, Ashlyn has never experienced physical pain. So tell me what you can feel.
I can feel dull and sharp, hot and cold. I can't feel extreme hot or extreme cold, and I can feel hugs and kisses.
In Minnesota, 11-year-old Gabby Gingras and her sister Katie enjoy playing in the snow. It's -7, but Gabby scarcely notices.
I can feel pressure, touch, texture, but like in different levels of pain, I can't feel it like if I got poked with a fork or stabbed with a knife. It didn't really.
That's never happened, I trust.
No.
But you wouldn't feel
No.
something like that?
If you get frostbite, don't blame me.
Okay, now that is absolutely freezing. I couldn't hold that in my hand for very long. Like, that's enough for me. If I put it into your hand, how's that feel? That
Feels cold, but
not freezing?
no, it's not doing any harm.
Gabby and Ashlyn have an extremely rare condition called congenital insensitivity to pain. And ironically, although they don't feel pain, they suffer enormously, breaking bones, enduring cuts and bruises and infections that threaten their lives.
Pain's there for a reason. You know, it's there as an alarm system. You know, your body tells you something's wrong. It tells you when to stop. It tells you so many things. And people really don't realize, you know, the importance of pain. And first they're like, ooh, you know, that'd be cool. You know, that'd be like Superman, you know. Mm-hmm. But, you know, when you start explaining it to them, then it starts sinking in.
John Blocker and his wife Tara realised their daughter's life would be different to their other children when she was still very young.
I would say the first signs that something wasn't quite right with Ashlyn would be when she was about 6 months old.
As a little baby, Ashlyn would often injure herself, but never hurting, she never cried, never complained, even when one of her eyes became severely infected.
When they were examining her eye, they put dye in it, and at that point it revealed a massive corneal abrasion. And it was so large that, everybody was baffled why she wasn't feeling it.
So she'd obviously scratched herself.
At some point she had scratched her eye.
Oh, yeah, the teeth. Mm-hmm. What I wouldn't have given to have my child feel pain like we do. I would have given anything.
Not many mothers would say that. It's a strange thing for a mum to say.
It's a strange little club we have, but...
Gabby's mum Trish knew early on that her daughter too would face some tough challenges.
I think the first real sign was when she was about between 4 and 5 months old. She started cutting her first teeth, and she started biting down on her fingers and really destroying those fingers. She would bite down so hard. She would bite down to the bone if we had let her. I mean, it looked like I compare her fingers to like bloody raw meat.
Confronting the horror of their child seriously harming herself, Trish and husband Steve made the agonizing decision to remove their daughter's teeth.
We thought At that time, that removing teeth would allow her to heal, allow her tongue to not be so infected. She was getting so dehydrated and her tongue was so swollen she couldn't drink as a baby at one point.
She was biting.
She was biting so hard on the tongue.
It was just the beginning. As their little girl faced the world, she encountered one obstacle after another.
Gently. Careful. Oh, you okay, Pumpkin? Are you okay? Careful.
And seemingly oblivious to them all. Yeah, I'd be a nervous wreck.
You are a little bit, but then you have to learn to let her explore a little bit and trust that what we've taught her hopefully is sinking in. Oh, do your royal wave. That's very lovely.
Thank you for being here today.
But the injuries didn't stop, and the consequences proved devastating.
They actually sewed her eyes shut in an effort to let their eyes heal. So what does a 1-year-old do where their eyes are sewed shut when she's trying to learn the world who doesn't feel pain? She ripped her eyes open. She actually forced her eyes, and grabbed the top and the bottom lid and forced her eyes open so she could see.
She took the stitches out.
Having already had her teeth extracted, Gabby's left eye was so severely damaged, it too had to be removed.
Of all the things that we've done, all the surgeries we've been through, that was by far the hardest day. Because up until everything else we've done, we've been trying to fix something or repair something or maintain something. This was like giving up. It was a loss. We're removing it.
Wiggle the coward.
Gabby now accepts injuries are part of her everyday life.
So this is your room.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
She suffered her latest disaster while snow sledding.
I veered off, I missed the entrance to the track, and I rammed straight into his woodpile, and he had a metal covering. I slid right, because I can only see out of that side of my face. I turned that way, and it totally sliced, and I didn't know. So we're back inside, and it must have been bleeding for a good 5-10 minutes. Yeah, so my grandma gets down there, and she's like, she goes to my mom, Trish, get dressed, we're going to the ER. So I got 16 stitches.
16 stitches. That is extraordinary. And you didn't feel that until somebody pointed it out.
Yeah.
Ashlyn Blocker's stories are horrifically the same. In the kitchen with some boiling water, a utensil fell into the water and you just instinctively went to put your hand in to pull it out.
Yes, I wasn't even thinking at all. It happened so quickly when I put my hand in there until I brought the utensil out.
When you put your hand into that boiling water, I guess steam was rising. You felt nothing?
Nothing at all.
Would you like Ashlyn to feel pain?
I always tell people, I'd give my right arm for her to feel pain. It's just...
It's difficult.
Yeah.
But in an extraordinary twist, scientists believe these young girls could lead them to a major medical breakthrough.
We're going to get set up with the neck scan. It's going to take about 30 seconds, okay?
Okay.
They hope this rare disorder could help them find a cure for those who do feel pain.
All right, so I'm just going to poke one of your fingers.
Ashlyn has been undergoing a series of tests to research her condition, assessing her reactions to physical pressure and recording her brain's reactions.
Did that hurt?
No.
No.
The big news out of this may be you and your colleagues might be able to find a way to treat those who suffer chronic pain.
Correct.
So Ashlyn and others like her hold the secret, the key.
That's right, that's right.
Dr. Roland Stored, a pain specialist at Florida University, says he's hopeful of finding the master switch to turn pain on and off. And within 5 years, it's possible, he says, that a new treatment might simply involve a pill or injection to block pain channels.
The target on the horizon is to make someone completely insensitive to injuries. In the right settings, for example, in emergency rooms or during acute injuries, to avoid the incapacitation that can occur with often severe acute pains, this would be a very, very promising target.
She is a walking, living
experiment.
What would you hope for would come from that?
To help other people that feel suffering from pain, chronic pain. I would be very happy if I could help them.
It would be amazing. I mean, an amazing accomplishment, I think, if, she does hold the key. There is a reason for everything.
This is the necklace. Look at that. Ta-da! Oh, impressive.
Ashlyn and Gabby, for the most part, live their lives as typical teenagers.
Okay, tell me everything, okay? Like, everything.
It's not been easy, but their resolve to make life easier not only for themselves, but for the rest of us is remarkable.
What do you think? I think you're making fun of me. Gabby, I get the feeling nothing is off limits for you. You could do anything you wanted. Do you think because of the challenges you've faced, you have this extra determination?
Oh, yeah. I've been told that many a times, too, so it must be true.
Hello, I'm Liz Hayes. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9 Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.